Today I have the pleasure of welcoming you on board one of the most unique and beautiful vessels I've ever had the pleasure to board. She's 85 meters of explorer yacht and one of the largest ever built in Turkey. She's assisted and completed rescue missions saving the lives of 5 people. And today I'm going to walk you from the waterline all the way through to the Gentleman's Club to give you a full tour of one of the largest yachts ever built in Turkey. Welcome on board Motor Yacht Victorious. Victorious is an 85-meter explorer yacht built by AKYACHT and delivered in 2021. At the time, the largest yacht ever built in Turkey. She measured just under 279 feet overall with a beam of 14.2 meters and a draft of 4.4 meters. Victorious carries 12 guests in 6 cabins with 2 additional staff cabins for pilots, nannies, or any other additional staff that may be needed, all of which will be well looked after by a crew of 24. AKYACHT has been around for 10 years and already has an incredible lineup planned, with 3 yachts in build over 100 meters in length. Under power, she cruises at 12.5 knots with a top end of 16. Victorious is an explorer built for long, comfortable passages. In 2022, she took Rob Report's Best of the Best award in the charter category and was named the best motor yacht over 80 meters at an International Yacht and Aviation Awards, recognized for both the Explorer hull and the interior. Now, let's show you why. Let's start right here at water level on the swim platform. Now, most yachts give you a swim platform. However, Motor Yacht Victorious gives you a full-on beach club. 200 square meters of area just in this section alone, with a large swimming pool sitting right at the center. Now, on both port and starboard side are sea terraces, giving you access to the ocean from 3 different locations just on this deck alone. The beach club at the stern is a fully open space of around 200 square meters, with lounging and a bar set around it. It's also the entrance to the yacht's wellness floor. The beach club runs forward on the same lower deck into the spa and the gym, so guests can come up for a swim, into a massage or the hammam without ever leaving this deck. Victorious runs with 3 tenders, all stowed and launched from the main deck aft. The largest is the Nimbus T11, close to 12 meters, a cabin cruiser on twin 300 horsepower Mercuries, and one that carries the guests ashore in comfort. Then the Raffner 40-foot rib, nearly 11 meters of twin 600 horsepower engines, good for 55 knots. As you can imagine, on a vessel of this magnitude, they have you covered with all the industry's favorite water toys. Victorious carries multiple sea bobs, multiple e-foils, and 3 jet skis. There are also plenty of towables available and a range of paddleboards and kayaks on offer. Now, just forward of the beach club and you enter in this full-on wellness haven. We have a treatment room on the port side, as well as a massage room. On the starboard side, we have a hammam, and then it opens up into this vast space with a gym right at water level, a hair and makeup studio, and then a lounge and a bar on the starboard side. This is also where the 2 terraces open up right to the water's edge. A full spa floor, of the kind that you would expect to find in a shoreside resort rather than at sea. The whole floor connects back to the beach club and the pool, So a charter day can run from the gym to the hammam, to the swimming pool, off the sea terrace without ever going up a deck. It's a big part of why this Explorer works as a family charter yacht.
Step out onto the main deck aft, and this is where Yacht Victorious shows off just a little bit. This is usually where all the tenders and toys are stowed, and you can crane them right into the water from here. But once they're away, you are left with this vast, expansive space. Roll out the turf, put up the full-blown basketball court, and you have got one of the most incredible and dynamic spaces on board an 85-meter yacht.
The main deck aft is Victorious's working and playing deck. It's where the deck converts to an open sports area, an artificial turf football pitch with a goal and a full-size basketball hoop. Off the same deck, an inflatable water slide can be rigged straight into the sea with a jellyfish pool deployed alongside. It's part of the boat that makes this Explorer feel less like a super yacht and more like a private island that you can rearrange to suit the day.
The main deck is the guest accommodation, starting with the headline suite, which is a VIP, full beam, meaning 14.2 meters of cabin with its own lounge, and the balance of the accommodation all doubles with its own en suite, all connected by the centerpiece of the staircase and the elevator.
Around it sits the guest doubles, all served by the yacht's elevator alongside the main staircase, which links the lower, the main, and the bridge decks. The guest cabins carry hull-side windows with their own en-suite bathrooms, marble finished with walk-in showers. The interior design is constant from cabin to cabin. None of them are second-tier cabins. On a boat the size of Victorious, that lift between decks is what keeps the accommodation feeling connected rather than spread out. On the main deck is the cinema, a tiered, dark-walled room with deep velvet seating, built for the whole charter party rather than just a few seats. Next to it, where many of the yachts of this size would put a second cellar, Victorious has a dedicated children's playroom. It's the clearest signal of who this boat was built for, a family explorer designed so that the youngest guest can have a room of their own.
We are now on the upper deck aft, and this area is one of the largest social spaces on board Yacht Victorious. There's lots of lounge area, there's a jacuzzi, as well as a beautiful cocktail bar behind me. Now this area goes straight into what they call the winter garden, which is your main alfresco dining space that can seat up to 16 people. This area also has function 1 speakers, most of the decks do, giving you top quality audio and a great space for that alfresco experience like a barbecue. What a fantastic deck.
What sets it apart is the closed winter garden, sliding glass screens that enclose the aft section into a sheltered, climate-controlled room without losing the view. It means that this deck holds up through wind, an evening chill, or passing shower. An Explorer yacht detail that earns its place on every charter that runs outside of the high summer. The upper salon is an incredible open-plan space. A lounge at the aft end with its own bar, lots of natural light with direct access to the winter garden. The interior continues into a cocktail lounge and a quieter sitting room. The spaces flow into one another rather than closing off, which is what gives the upper deck its sense of one continuous living floor. Right at the forward end is the observation lounge, a room wrapped in glass with panoramic views over the bow.
step out from the observation room onto the foredeck and then up to the helipad. Now this helipad is rated for a helicopter up to 4.5 tons of horizontal load, as well as within the Airbus class of AC-145. When there's nothing inbound, this deck can be cleared and create such a beautiful space to just come and sit and take it all in.
The bow carries a touch-and-go heli deck. It's a multi-purpose space by design. With the safety railings fitted, the same foredeck becomes an open sun and entertainment deck at the very front of the boat. One note for the record, the pad is not commercially registered, so it's used privately on a touch-and-go basis.
Other than the wheelhouse, the bridge deck belongs entirely to the master suite. It is full beam with lots of natural light. It has an en suite with his and hers sink as well as a walk-in wardrobe. And as you make your way forward, you have your own private terrace, which is a jacuzzi and plenty of lounge space.
The bridge deck is the owner's deck. The master suite sits aft, facing the water, with the bed positioned to look out over the stern and onto the private terrace. Its own jacuzzi and sun pads sheltered with no overlooking from anywhere else on the yacht. Inside, the suite runs to a walk-in wardrobe and a pair of his and hers en-suite bathrooms. It's served by the yacht's elevator as well as the stairs, and being a full deck up and aft, it's the most private guest space on board.
We are now on the top level of Motor Yacht Victorious in an area that they saved for last. On the outside, plenty of sun pads looking down the layered decks all the way to the water's edge. However, as you step through these doors, you enter into what they call the Gentleman's Club. Cigars, wine, whiskey, and one of the most unique features I've ever seen in a yacht before is an actual working fireplace. As you make your way forward, you get another additional lounge space, and this is an area that you're very likely to find yourself right at the end of the day and just look at it. Have you ever seen a space like this on a yacht before?
The sun deck aft is laid out for sunbathing, sheltered by awnings if requested. Through the sliding doors, at its forward end is the Gentleman's Club, and it's one of the signatures of this boat. This is the wine, whiskey and cigar lounge, a humidor and lit spirits display, deep leather seating, a round skylight sitting area, and a working fireplace. An open fire built into the top deck of a yacht, which is about as rare as it sounds. The 85-meter Victorious Explorer super yacht built by AKYACHT does not use a traditional modern PA horn system. Instead, her owner's passion for vintage acoustics led to the installation of custom, vintage-style cinema horn speakers that utilize 1930s technology in the top deck's Gentleman's Lounge. It's the room the boat saves for the evening, after the deck cools and the dinner is done.
That was Motor Yacht Victorious. 6 decks, 85 meters and 12 guests, ranging from the beautiful swim platform right through to the sun deck with a fireplace and the best sound system I've ever heard on any yacht ever, on every deck in between. I have no doubt that when you come on board Motor Yacht Victorious, you will have one of the best experiences of your life. This was Motor Yacht Victorious.